came to fight, we came to win. We lost before, but never again. Back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Got this down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win. Had to stop being best. All of my dreams had to chase. Counted me out, I counted me in. Fell up before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never will fall, never compete. Just wanna win.
Against Lillard. Lowry passes to Dragic. Morant with a wide open look. Here's Shaq. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. O'Neal's got 12 points here in the second half. Towns is out there with Williamson. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Clark in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Now, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
And here's Jackson. Pass to Lillard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for New York.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And the Heat call time here.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight, and that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced, and really no bad decision. Just good, smart offensive basketball.
And Greg, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Shot clock at 2. Hayward from outside. Siakam passes to Morant. A second chance effort. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, takes contact, keeps his balance. Nice finish by Towns.
Lillard against Butler. Pass to Siakam. Hayward outside. Again, O'Neal, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just spins off the beam with ease.
Now here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Started closer. A baseline J. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. this is their biggest. And that one's good.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
That's good from O'Neal. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Morant hits to Siakam. Hayward passes to Morant. Just 4 to shoot. Butler from outside. It's rebounded by New York.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Nets.
On a given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They didn't lose focus, and it made a difference.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for D'Angelo Russell.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
A different look for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Bobby Portis comes in for Beal, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Lillard. Here's Nunn. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, use the pick.
Cause you know I hit you right, and you're innocent and treat me wrong. If I leave you on your own, would you be the same? Cause it will be all alone. Cause you know I hit you right, and you're innocent and treat me wrong.
Is it easy for you if I took time? Would you feel secure if I told you everything on my mind? Imagination can't take its toll. Let it run while you're with sometime it'll turn you on. Saving up your feelings till it feels right. Put up a good fight. If you can't throw a punch, then it don't feel right. 'Cause you can't come around anymore. You gotta play on so short. And you're coming up so tough. Are you sure? You're strong enough to stay on my mind. Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough to stay on my mind? Strong enough? Are you strong enough to stay on my mind? We're way too young to even know if we're a moment, if we're better alone. Don't make a promise if you're gonna run. Give me no option. You're not strong enough. Good times, sending all our feelings through a phone line. Put up a good fight. If you can't throw a punch, then it don't feel right. 'Cause you can't come around anymore. You gotta play on so short.
Collins finds Capella. And here's Ball outside. That shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They come into this one following a really disappointing game on Friday.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Clint Capella, Luka Doncic out there at Wall, and there's Carter. And it's Collins in at the 4 spot.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a 3.
Carter looking around. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Now, Doncic. Carter's missing on the 3. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Pass to Whiteside. It's Durant on the wing. Fires from 18. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
That's good from Doncic on the assist by Collins.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Now here's Levine. Lets it go from 13. Here's Whiteside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
A nice shot by Wall.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Rubio. Middleton outside. At 6 from the baseline. That's good on the jump shot. Middleton outside. Rubio, the pass to Middleton. Back to Rubio. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Durant. Tries again. Poked away. He had stolen by Capella. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Higgins is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Doncic. And it's Carter in at the small forward position. Here's KD. After Luka Doncic's bucket. Now Kevin Durant. This one for 3. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now, here's Doncic, stolen by Durant, and here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Rubio's got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. But that's just pure effort and hustle.
Now, Rubio. after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Levine following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Now here's Durant. Over Wiggins. Durant, no good.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a foul.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Looking to get it going. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Rubio following the basket by Evan Fournier. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. They've got Horford, Harden out there with Irving, and there's Porzingis, and it's Batum, and at the small forward.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now, here's Irving. And that's Jokic with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Back to George. Pass to Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute. He said, obviously, they need to retake home court advantage. And that's what makes tonight's game absolutely critical. He told me, the guys understand what we have to do. We're determined to recapture the edge we earned during the regular season. Kevin, it's easy to see why this is such an important game for them. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Irving after the basket by Sabonis. Irving dishes to Harden. They need this. And Harden with the stop.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Outside, George. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I have to admire when a big man like Horford runs the floor gracefully like that.
Murray against Irving. And here's George for three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Stolen by McCollum. There's the dish to Murray. And they call the foul, so a chip.
So most like Rondo on my claw when I pivot. Most these people move like clones. That's why I be on my own. I be on my own. My mama thought I was a joke. But Dave Chappelle told me
Philadelphia shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Roy. And here are the Warriors now. Their offense came out big in Saturday's game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
The crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Gobert. Ben Simmons is out there with Brandon Roy. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green in at the power forward position. Here's Leonard. The Warriors making the shot. Gobert dishes to Green. Pocket 4 on the pass to Leonard. On deep. Warriors with the rebound.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
James finds Walker. And no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of these guys is open.
The 76ers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. He admitted that stealing a game on the road was a big deal for them. He knows that their opponent has the talent to take it right back. So he told his players, expect a battle. You're going to have to fight for every 50-50 ball. Guys, if we take care of home court, this series is ours. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Green passes to Simmons. Over Booker. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Green.
You can't overcommit when Green has the ball. He'll make you pay by finding the open teammate.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Leonard with the steal. Over Harrell. They get it back. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
Harrell kicks to Walker. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And boy, here we go. And now, let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taken high percentage shots in the coverage. And Simmons is second. The fourth spot held by Marvin Bagley.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
That one is For three, Booker. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Simmons against Walker. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Well, he can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He takes that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And Capella over to help. Outside Levine. Here's the three. They get the rebound. Right side, no good.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
On the floor for Dallas. We've got Wall. Higgins is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Doncic, and it's Fournier in at the three. The three, Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first three of the night.
Doncic kicks the wall. And he slams it down right on top of the Son Whiteside.
This seems to be the new breed of point guards who can play above the rim, Wall finishing with style.
Levine against Doncic. Levine looking around. The tray. Up again. And Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The 11-footer, and the jumper falls for him. That's now 22 points for Luka Doncic.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Thanks to Drummond. Drummond is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Mavericks with possession here. Mavericks trail by 15. All with it. The pass to Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 24 points.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
And here's Levine. The dish now to Whiteside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Clint Capella. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Clint Capella. And Collins sub in for Fournier. He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Dallas. 15-point game. Pass to Wiggins. Doncic right side. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Here is Rubio. Outside, Levine. Right side up top. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first one falls. And Cleveland making a change here. Covington's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Gay's checked in. Mavericks trail by 16.
And entering the final countdown, Game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Cavaliers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Chris Middleton.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Wall passes to Collins. Back to Wall. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, it just comes off so aggressive.
Here's Lillard. Outside, Russell. Pass to Williamson. Back to Russell. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
You've got Morant. Hayward out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Dragic into the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Russell. Holding the basket by John Morant. Lillard from outside. Not going to go that time. And it's Miami the other way.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And it's Morant missing. Knicks trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they had a tough time taking the hit.
The Heat making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. Beal's checked in for New York. McGrady comes in for Damian Lillard. New York calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Jimmy Butler.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some will tumble. You know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Miami leading by 7. Now here's Morant. Siakam outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming out. That one is on Towns.
Yes, people have been surprised by Siakam's offense. What I'm surprised about is the efficiency.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out for them.
McGrady passes to Williamson. To the middle. Here's Russell. Rebound by the Heat. Shaq's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. New York calls timeouts.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 7-point differential. Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And that's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Now, here's Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Butler. Again, the miss by the Heat. Knicks trail by 4. Beal, the pass to McGrady. The dish to Russell. And to find Towns. Gets it to him. Good work there as it goes. Towns has got 10 points in just the second half. And here is Butler. Hayward outside. And it's Butler missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Beal dishes to Towns. Here's Russell. Oh, wow! Huge basket to tie the game. Russell's got 21 in the game. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Russell. From past the arc. It's rebounded by New York.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
To take the lead. Unable to get that one. Good D by Siakam. Here's Butler.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard checked in for Russell. Here's Lillard. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Connects from downtown.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 1. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's what's your take.
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Over Lillard. It falls!
And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
Lillard from outside. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. This was a crucial. All right, David, thank you. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round.
Away if I don't feel nothing. Something bad will go down if you don't run in. I might be feeling stupid or looking crazy. Cause I'm crazy about the way you make me feel on a cloudy day. You make me wanna jumpstart my engine. Hop in a whip and relieve the tension. Go to your house and undo the problems we did. In the end game, girl, I wanna be closer. You a good girl, but you've been through stuff that made you different in your own ways. If I leave you on your own, would you be the same?
They've got Sabonis. Jokic is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Murray, and it's Williams at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Pass to Sabonis. He kicks it to Williams. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And on the way from Irving for 3.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Porzingis against Jokic. Now here's Williams. Defense right on. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Allen, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. It's 2-on-1. Here's Miller. They get it back, and it's McGee with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Murray, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The first free throw is good. Paul George is checked in for the Thunder. Stone comes in for Lou Williams. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Batum comes in for Andre Miller. Harden the pass to Horford. Back to Harden. Good! Another from 3.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the Nets.
Now GA tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history. George against Batum. And George, here we go. It's deflected. Here is Harden. Here's the pass to Irving. Now Porzingis. He's covered by Murray. Porzingis against Jokic. Releases from 15. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And they pick up 2. And that's 19 points for Jokic.
Nice looking mid-ranger there from Jokic. Money in the bank from that spot.
George against Harden. 1:31 left in the 4th. For 3. And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for 2nd place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Here's the floater. And Murray finishes it off. Murray's got 10 points in the quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop and entering the final countdown. Game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for Boston.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. Had the good passing and had some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Inside, here's McCollum. It's tipped. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And a wide open look for Irving. Kept alive by Boston. Nice shot by Porzingis.
cool. I ain't even got no roof. 4:30, I'll get proof. Any day I'ma have juice. Break down, pay me back from the. You need a paddock on the wrist like a. I ain't never really blended with the cool kids. One day they gon' love me, that's true. I need all them things. I ain't never got no praise. All them gaudy chains. Drape my body, that's just my taste. Never gon' walk away. I can't even talk that way. To be honest, I was young and afraid that one day everything changes. I'm like, ooh, yeah, get it all back. Falling by the side, I was sick of all that. Old friends told me I was never gonna last, so that's why I just kept them in the past. Yeah, falling for it. So I came way too far. All in on them buckets, running, treat me like a star. Everything feeling new now. Way up at the now. See the picture that I drew now. I really can't lose now. In control like cruise now. Yeah, they know how I do it now. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. I'm doing me. Hey, that's how I like it. That's how I like it.
On the court for the Heat, that's Siakam. O'Neal is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Morant, and it's Hayward in at the shooting guard position.
And they've had the edge and rebounding all night long.
Butler, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. The free throw off from O'Neal. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing here by 8, and the slam dunk by Russell.
When D'Angelo Russell has that offensive game working, you just want to play through him.
Timeout called, the Heat. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Shaq.
Hey guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. He's kind of pretty fired up, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Russell. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
He's ferocious when the ball goes up. Butler against Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, how about Jimmy Butler, guys, and the commitment to becoming a legit star in this league? Think about coming out of Marquette without a reputation to now one of the toughest covers in the league. Incredible story.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Bobby Portis is checked in for John Jackson. And Lillard subbed in for Russell. Now here's Lillard. To the inside. Towns. Oh, good on that one. Shaq with some nice D. Pass to Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Lillard, right side. A pass to Gibson. Trying to get open is McGrady. Shot is good, and the lead three is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Gibson.
Gibson unafraid in a big moment. What a big-time delivery.
Butler against McGrady. Shot screwed by Butler.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Towns. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. And yes, it's good. Towns has got 12 points here in the second half.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns, the look of a superstar.
Here's Butler. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Lillard left side. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's Miami with the rebound. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Butler kicks to Hayward. Big ball movement here by the Heat. Butler in the corner. Fires the three. Butler can't get that one to fall. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's McGrady. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. The Knicks making a switch here. No one that time either. And now we've got the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And the work ethic that Morant has sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 8 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
From deep. He can't get it to go.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be.
All right, David, great job.
So I need more than kudos and a high five. Cause I went from sidelines to the limelight. And I shine bright, ice cold bars, Klondike. And I never move with dope. This ain't blindside, oh. Finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow, shine like so glow. Every lyric sing cold, so most. Like Rondo on my clothes.
Outside, George. Pass to Allen. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Taking a look at the Thunder. You've got Bojan Bogdanovic. Paul George is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Allen in a power forward. Now here is Horford. 4 on the shot clock. He can't get that one to fall. The D by Bogdanovic. Jokic kicks to Bogdanovic. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him enough.
Irving passes to Horford. Back to Irving to take the lead. Good on the triple. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact for him.
And there's the pass to Bogdanovic. Nailed from 3-point land.
And Bogdanovic, he's a seasoned veteran, comfortable having the rock in his hands when it's a big possession.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical and we like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Robertson. George dishes to Allen. George against Irving. Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
The Celtics making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
A gigantic bucket. Brown stepping into the spot.
Batum against George. Basket good. George has got 18 points just in the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the court.
In the corner, Irving with it. Look at 6. Brown trying to free himself up. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for it.
And you know they're going to go to Irving in these spots. He's tremendous at scoring when his team needs a bucket.
George double team, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his third foul of the game. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan. Just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
To the paint, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. One-on-one here. Here's Brown. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. The coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now, here's George. No good on the shot. Good D by Jordan. Batum against him. The kick out to Irving. For the 3. Frames it from downtown.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the rock.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 5. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jokic finds George. No good off the back of the rim.
Even when the D is playing off the mid-range jumper, shouldn't be the shot they're looking at.
It's the first that increases their lead to 6.
Number 1 overall pick. Tremendous success early in his career. Irving continues to find ways to improve. A good lead gets even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 7. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A shot by George, wide open, and no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Nobody near Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Boston.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this.
Pressure turned me into a giant. A thin line between living and I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. No turning back, man, I'm ready to go. Coming with me or I'm going alone. Change, man, I'm talking changes. On a crash course, but I ain't afraid of danger. Now let me give you what you came for. Coming up, I'm coming up.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got Kevin Love, Evan Booker out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's LeBron in at the small forward position. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Harrell the pass to Booker. Back to Harrell. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Walker. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And it's good, 2 points.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
And again, no good by Golden State.
They're scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Simmons, good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Walker against Simmons. And Walker kicks to Booker. Turns outside. Shot clock at 5. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Fame. That's where he's headed to.
Here's Leonard. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Teardrop shot, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Booker dishes to LeBron. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Nobody near Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got 6 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And he's able to get it back. Simmons passes to Green. Throws it from out.
Okay, lumamang na ulit.
something to believe in. I need something that can keep me holding on. Than the ceiling. I need something that will keep me on the
So it's the Mavericks now. 15-point game. Wall finds Doncic. Outside Gordon. Wall against Rubio. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Inside, Carter. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Carter's got 9 points in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Whiteside is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Durant. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Rubio in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Wall after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Carter outside. Over Drummond. Up again. Rubio with the rebound. And it's Rubio with the ball for Cleveland. 1:37 left in the game. Now Whiteside. KD with it. He's picked up by Doncic. The offensive rebound. Drummond. It's stolen by Capella.
And I can tell you, with this win coming in Game 6, things are looking very bright indeed for the Cavaliers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for KD.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Covington's shot is off. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's KD following the score by Vince Carter. Pass to Rubio. Carter comes in with the double team. Covington wide open. He fires. No good on the three.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
Offensive rebound. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
There's 20.
When you up at night, alone, playing games on your phone, do I cross your mind? Gotta know these feelings for you I can't control. When you up at night, alone, playing games on your phone, do I cross your mind? Gotta know these feelings for you I can't control. Trying to figure out just how I feel about you. I just like the fact that I can keep it real around you. All these ups and downs like I lost and found you. Can't believe I'm standing here still without you. When you up at night, do you think about me? Do I cross your
And it's the Knicks with the ball. A 2-point game. Dragic against Jackson. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, the Knicks rebound. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Hayward. Then there's Lowry. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Dragic in at the 2 guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack. He told them he's doing a great job of finding space on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. David?
Thank you, David. Now here's Butler. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Shots good by Butler.
Responsibility all on Jimmy Butler. He stepped up to the plate on that one.
Lillard against Lowry. Lillard the pass to Towns. Over Butler. That misses off the back.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
To the middle. Count the basket and the foul. Towns. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And New York making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Free throw, good Butler.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now here's Lillard. To the inside. Beal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what we need to do.
And both free throws good for Beal. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Butler against McGrady. Butler passes to O'Neal. Nurkic with the block. Beal taking his time here. Here's Williamson. Good D by Siakam.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Williamson pitch to Nurkic. Lowry against Lillard. Trying to shoot. There's the 3. Offensive rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
They grabbed their own miss. Shaq dishing to Butler. Drawing the double team. Beyond the arc. And Jimmy Butler with the 3. Butler's got the lead up to 6 now for Miami.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Not only do they need a bucket, they need a 3 just to give them any chance at all.
And there is the call on Zion Williamson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot.
David, thank you as always.
Cause you can't help the win anymore. You gotta play or don't show up, baby. And you're coming up so tough, are you sure? Oh, you're strong enough to stay on my mind. Strong enough to stay on my mind. So I miss you when you're by my side. Can you keep up? Can I hang on until our bodies touch? Are you strong enough?
George against Harden. Pass to Irving. Back to Harden. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
No good on that. CJ McCollum, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Boston. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
We got C.J. McCollum. Sabonis is out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. And it's George in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
With it, and guarded by Murray. Out to Porzingis. That shot off. Excellent D there from George. Pass to Jokic. Another shot. And the layup is good. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, it sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Murray against Irving. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Over Harden. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 32 points in the game.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
Irving against Murray. Now, here is Irving. He started closely. Count that one.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Now here's Murray. Passes it to McCollum. Fires from the line. That one a 10 off line to the right, but drops in for him. And the Thunder lead by 9. Now timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 9. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
And Greg, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul, and a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Jokic has checked in for Favors. Sabonis comes in for Mike Muscala. Paul George, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Hunter Robertson.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
Irving can't hit. Carter against Covington. Carter, the pass to Wall. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
On the court for Cleveland, they've got Drummond. Durant is out there with Chris Middleton, and there's Whiteside, and it's Covington in at the 3.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something else you like to see is how well they shot their free throws tonight.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Collins. Levine's checked in for Cleveland. Ricky Rubio comes in for Robert Covington. Here's Carter. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Here's Rubio. Timeout called, Cleveland.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Chris Middleton.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. You know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Alden.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what John Beilein said to his team. He put it on them. He said, guys, we've got a chance to win this one. When you've got a chance to close this team out, we can't let it go to waste. Let's see if they can seize the moment.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Counter, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kobe.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
That one, no good. Nice defense from KD. Down low. And it's sent back by Carter.
I'm not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Out to Doncic. Here's Collins. Count. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, and clearly an intentional foul. Looks like they'd rather take their chances with him at the line.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks guys don't last minutes, they last days.
Now here's Durant. Got it.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Doncic. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're up by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope the alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 4. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 11 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Carter missing. And now they foul and stop the clock. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And the versatility of Durant. Off the charts. Shoots, rebounds, defends. He's the total package.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
And that's going to do it for this series. They'll move on. Thank you, David. Great.
picks up.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Batum in for Porzingis. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. McCollum's checked in. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're at the backcourt. Horford is out there with Batum. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Who's in the game for the Celtics.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, Greg, and it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, if you got game, you got game. You're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCollum. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely starting to happen. It shows you what happens when you put in the work.
Porzingis is checked in for Jordan.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Celtics, trailing by 13. And the basket is good.
Love how Irving mixes it up outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
George against Batum. Left side, George. And it's McCollum in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Horford. And that one hits back on.
He found open space for mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. You're not going to miss many of those.
Now here's McCollum. Shoots the 3. Al Horford with the rebound.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, he's becoming greater. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
Irving passes the block. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brown's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics. George against Batum. McCollum outside. Some solid defense from Brown.
Hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. It seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Sabonis. Over Irving. Sabonis with the bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Here's Irving. Good on the bucket.
I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speedy guard.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And a smile, but I can't fake something to love. I'm feeling confused. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my view. And I'm trying to find something new. But baby, I'm not holding my breath. I need something to believe.